Hi. So, I think this time I'm going to talk about bullying. Some of you may have seen my other video about feminism. This is going to be totally different this time, but it's still going to be a bit of a rant. So, here goes. When I was a kid, I was bullied a lot. I had many days where I just didn't want to go to school. It sucked, and it was the worst thing that could have ever happened. Um, for years this happened. Year after year I go to school, and each day I would be bullied by one person or another. So as I grew up, my dad was pretty tough on me sometimes, and he taught me to start standing up for myself and not be bullied. Well, about grade 8 I think it was, I started doing just that. And I ended up fighting back against one of my bullies, and I actually beat him up, basically like he did to me every day or every other day, and always chasing me down, always trying to beat me up, always trying to hurt me or just do whatever. Now, in my opinion, bullies are basically scaredy cats. They are either not hugged enough by their mom, or they're not loved enough by their dad, or they're just being raised by people who just don't give a shit about them. Their parents don't give a fuck, so they tend to not give a fuck themselves, and they try to make themselves feel better by belittling others and putting others down, whether that's verbally or physically beating them up or whatever it may be. There's this new thing that's been going on for the past few years that's oh, we have this anti-bullying day or anti-bullying week, and we got to get our kids to wear pink shirts, and you know what, that's such a load of horse shit. What we're doing is by doing that is we're just raising a bunch of victims. The only way to stop bullying is to fight back against them. People are going to say, oh, well, you can't fight violence with violence. Well, that's bullshit. How do you think wars are won? You know what? Okay, so let's let Germany just attack us and bomb the shit out of us, and we'll just say, okay, Germany, that's fine. Like, let's talk about this. What's your problem with me? You know what? Bullshit. That's not gonna fucking work. Period. You fight fire with fire, because that is all these idiots know. Whether you're a 6-year-old kid that's just going to kindergarten, or whether you're in grade 12 or grade 13, depending on what province or state you're in, or whether you're in university. Bullying is bullying, and the only thing that bullies know is that if you fight back against them, they will stop. So that means giving them a punch right square in the face, or kick them in the nuts, or whatever. But you need to be able to fight back. So I believe, now this is just my opinion once again, like all the stuff that I'm saying is just my opinion, but I believe that the parents that are saying that you can't be violent towards these people, you have to talk to them, and there's always a peaceful way of settling things and all this stuff. I believe that their parents are the hippies of the 60s, the draft dodgers, the ones that was, oh, make peace not war, make love not war, and all this stuff. So they were the anti-war people. They were the people who were the love-ins and smoking pot and all that stuff. But what they forget is that if it wasn't for their war that we won, guess what? You wouldn't be able to be doing that shit. You wouldn't be able to be saying, oh, you know what, make love, not war, and all this stuff. So there is sometimes a way that you can talk your way out of it, but you know what? That doesn't always happen, because you're going to have to talk your way out of it every single time. But if they're picking on you and beating you up and physically assaulting you, the only way that you're going to be able to stop this is to actually fight back. So fuck all this pink shirt shit. You know what? I'm teaching my kids that, you know what? Don't ever start a fight, but I want you to finish it. So that means that if somebody's picking on you and they're trying to fight you, you finish that fight, whether it's physically, whether you walk away, but walking away won't work because we already know, as I said, basically, if you don't fight back, it will happen for the rest of your life. And I'm not raising victims. My children are not going to be victims, plain and simple. They are going to be the leaders. We are looking to our children to be the leaders of our future and to be able to fight back against the bullies of this world. They need to be able to know that, one, their parents stand behind them, and two, wearing a pink shirt doesn't do fuck all. So guess what? One, bullying, you simply fight back. End of story. That is how you fix it. That's how it's done. Comment, whatever. I don't care if you comment. I don't care if anybody sees it. This is my rant, my station. You know what? If somebody else looks at it and saves it and shares it, so be it. Hopefully I get my word out to many people, but I don't expect it. So, Jeff, signing off. I love you all. Bye.